It's your girl Leah, back again with another video. In today's video, as you can see from the title, is another foundation review Friday. And today's foundation is the Maybelline Dream Radiant Liquid Hydrating Foundation. Now, if you're not familiar with my foundation review series, welcome. Smash that subscribe button, join the family. But as you saw from the title, today's video is going to be a first impressions on this foundation, as I've never tried it. But I do love the Maybelline Dream Undercover Foundation. I have a review for this foundation. I'll link that up above. But I really do love this foundation, so I decided to pick up the Dream Radiant Liquid because I'm dry skin. Radiant is my thing. I love radiancy. It means it's gonna do something for me, or a lot of the times it means it's gonna do something for me and my dry skin. Now, I picked up this foundation from Amazon, but you can get it at Target. You can get it pretty much everywhere that Maybelline products are sold. There are 20 shades of this foundation, and I am in the shade 120 Caramel, which again, being 20 shades in this foundation line, there are only 4 shades darker than my shade. So that means there's about, what, 14, 15 shades lighter than my shade. There's only 4 darker. So again, with the limited shade matches, I don't really like that. But again, I see what they're trying to do. I guess before they do a whole launch, they got to make sure the foundation works. And today we're going to see if this foundation even works. So they might not even need to release any more shades, because this foundation may be trash or it may be good, and they're going to have to go ahead and get on that releasing more shades boat. But if you are my foundation shade twinsy, or you feel like we may align on some foundations, make sure you check out that description box. I list out every single foundation that I've done a review on this channel for. I list what shade I am in that foundation. So if you think we might align on Maybelline, MAC, Fenty, Revlon, whatever the foundation may be, make sure you check out that description box to see what my other shade matches are in every single foundation that I've tried. Caramel and caramel is typically the word or the buzzword that I typically fall into, in the category I fall into. So that's why I picked up this foundation, but I have not tested it. We're going to see on camera today if I made an utter mistake. But again, I didn't have a lot to choose from when I picked this up from Amazon. What the site says about this foundation, I'll go ahead and read it. This foundation is $12.99. I think I got it for maybe $1 cheaper on Amazon. I could be lying about that, but it is $12.99. It says on the Maybelline Ulta kind of website. What is it? The Dream Radiant Liquid Foundation visibly improves the look of skin, giving you a natural looking glow you'll never want to take off. The lightweight foundation, formulated with hyaluronic acid and collagen, hydrates and smooths skin while delivering a medium coverage foundation finish for the look of plump skin. It lists the benefits of this foundation as delivering up to 12 hours of hydration. This new formula comes in 20 different shades and provides a smooth and even looking skin. So those are the claims that it says on the Maybelline website about this foundation. Now again, like I said at the beginning, I have dry skin, so my foundation review is going to come from a dry skin perspective. Again, this is what the bottle looks like. And it's in that same kind of vein as the Maybelline Dream Undercover Foundation, where it has that kind of rose gold tint and then this kind of thing. I think this is the line, or the look of the line that they're going for. I was in the shade 330 Toffee in that Dream Undercover. Of course, they changed the lineage colors. I don't even know if they have a Toffee in this, so I couldn't go right off of what I wore the Dream Undercover in, just simply because they didn't have that in this formulation. Now, for today's review, like I always do, I'm going to go in with a brush on one side, which is going to be the e.l.f. powder brush, and I'm going to go in with a beauty blender on the other side, and this is just the Sonia Kashuk beauty sponge. And I'm going to go in with primer first. I'm going to use the Laura Mercier Pure Canvas primer, and this is in the hydrating. You guys know I have several versions of this. I have the blurring, I have the hydrating, I have the illuminating, I have the glowing. I have a lot of versions of this, but I'm going to use hydrating today. I'm just going to put that all over my face, and it's very hydrating. So I haven't even opened this up, so I'm going to have to take the seal. They have a little seal on the side, so you make sure you're getting one that hasn't been used yet. I'm going to open this up. I'm hoping for a pump. Whew, this has a pump. I was scared that it was going to pour out situation. So I'm going to kind of shake it up a little bit, and I'm going to apply it to the back of my hand just to see how runny it is. Oh, scared about the shade match. But it's not runny at all. It's literally not going anywhere. Very thick formula foundation, but this is what it looks like. It's looking very dark on the back of my arm, but I'm going to do 2 pumps of this. I'm thinking I made a mistake with caramel, but we'll see. Let me get up in camera. I'm going to go in with the brush side. I'm going to make this the brush side. Don't mind me. I have a little bit of acne coming in the middle. Okay. Very neutral kind of gray undertone going on right now. We're gonna see. It's not bad, but of course the sun, I film using the sun, so the sun's coming up and down, so it's really brightening right now. Okay, so this is the brush side right here. This is the nothing side right here. So no foundation on. If you guys kind of could see, this is what my skin looks like. It's very medium coverage. It's not covering up everything, as you see. Like, you can still see some of my imperfections coming through, but that's fine. I do definitely prefer a medium to light coverage foundation. I'm not a full coverage person unless I'm really taking some stunt photos, or it's for photography or for filming. From day-to-day life, I do like a light to medium coverage. So this amount of coverage is okay to me. But now let me go in with the sponge side on this side. I'm just seeing if it has a smell. I can't really smell anything, but I was like, the last foundation I tried, the e.l.f. foundation, had a little smell to it, so I wanted to just make sure it didn't have an overwhelming smell to it. So I have gone ahead and applied it with the sponge. It is a little dark, and I'm scared that it may oxidize. Now, it may not look a little dark, but I'm sure once the sun starts doing or stops doing what it's about to do, you will be able to see it. But it's scary because I don't think the shade below me would have matched me either. I think the shade below me, the YouTuber on here who I think Samantha Jane, I think Samantha Jane has the shade below me. Samantha Jane is way lighter than me, or she might have 2 shades below me or 1 shade. I don't remember exactly, but I've tried to base my shade comparison off of hers. Not a lot of people have reviewed this foundation as of yet, or not a lot of ethnic people with melanin in their skin have tried this foundation a lot yet. So I went off of her. She's typically maybe 1 or 2 shades lighter than me, and she, I believe, was in the shade lighter than me. So I don't know if there's an exact shade match, but this is what it's looking like right now. I'm gonna go ahead and apply the rest of my face and see if it can maybe even out a little bit, and I will see if it oxidizes a wee bit. I also want to say the sponge side and the brush side both applied equally as well, but I love a sponge in comparison to a brush anyways, because I can go and apply the rest of my products. Like, I'm gonna go and apply my concealer with this. So I like the sponge overall, but I think if you're a brush person, you'll be able to apply this foundation with the brush as well, and it'd be equally as great. So I'm gonna apply the rest of my face, and I'll be right back. So now I am back. I have gone ahead and applied the rest of my makeup, and this is how it is looking. I applied this foundation at 9:30 a.m. I'm going to wear this foundation for the rest of the afternoon as much as I possibly can to kind of give it a full, you know, breathability, a full wear test. Again, let me get up in camera. The thing I have noticed is a lot of bunching around my nose, and again, it's only been, what, 15-20 minutes with this foundation on, but there's bunching right here around my nose with this foundation, which I don't like, especially when I first apply a foundation. But overall, I think it looks very beautiful on camera. It just isn't my shade in real life if you were to see me. So I'm gonna wear this foundation, like I said, for a few more hours, and then I will see you guys later with my later day check-in and my full thoughts on this foundation. So now I am back. It is about 6:17 p.m. So almost close to 8 hours I've had this foundation on, and this is what it is looking like. Let me get up in camera. You can see, oh, highlight is popping still. Highlight is popping. And I'll get into that in this video about how well kind of products sit on this foundation. But I wanted to kind of show you how it is looking, and just let you know off that I don't think I addressed this initially, but I do not set any of my products with powder. So I don't have any powder on. I'm dry skin. I don't like powders as it pertains to powdering my face. I do put powder bronzer on, but I don't use an over face powder. That's just not something in my kind of collection as it pertains to my skin and me being dry skin. So just wanted to give you that update. But let me go into this foundation again. This is what it's looking like. Again, caramel I just don't know about this because, again, like I mentioned, the one shade below this is Honey Beige, and there are titles that always ring true for me and my skin type. If I see a Toffee, if I see a Caramel, we all have our categories that we kind of fit into. You know, if a Cocoa is yours and, you know, Mahogany is yours, you know the titles and the names of foundations that settle well with you. And Toffee and Caramel are typically mine. Honey Beige is typically not my shade match, but maybe I should have gone one shade below and seen how that worked. A Honey Beige would have been probably my first Honey Beige in my collection, but again, that goes back to the fact that there's a limited selection of range. So again, it might not even have been perfect for me. It might have been one shade too light. I don't think with having 20 shades, only 4 being darker than my shade currently, I don't think that's a great range. So that's a con on my list. Let me go backwards and say the cons. First, the con, of course, being the lack of shade range. Don't like that at all. It leaves and limits the ability that I have to test this foundation and actually give an accurate depiction of it. Another con is it's not lightweight. As you saw when I applied it to the back of my hand, it wasn't moving. And the same thing goes for when it's on my face. It's not moving. It feels very stiff. I can feel it on my face, and it very much so feels like a foundation on my face, even with it being medium coverage. And I don't really like that. Even for me liking a light to medium coverage, the light to medium coverage foundations that I do like, typically if I put it on the back of my hand, it has a little bit of run to it. I mean, I could literally flip it over like it was a Dairy Queen Blizzard and it wasn't going anywhere. So again, don't like the heaviness that came with this foundation. And it's so weird because I did really like the Dream Undercover. It had that sunscreen in it. It had that full coverage claim on it. And I actually kind of liked it. And I definitely liked it more than this. But again, the kind of heaviness about it is another con of this foundation. I feel like even though it's kind of more heavy feeling, it also feels like it moves a little bit. Like I realized I touched my forehead and I put some highlight at the top of my forehead, which is gone now. I don't know why this is my touch spot for my face, but when I touch it, I reach back and I'm like, ugh, I kind of feel it on my hand for some odd reason. Not to say I should be touching my face with foundation on it, just to say that that was a weird feeling. So I feel some movements going on with this foundation, which I don't really like. But in terms of the pros, I will say my other products maintain well on this foundation, a lot better than some other foundations that I had. Again, like I said, highlight's still really popping, and it might be the credit to the highlighter more than it could be the foundation. But sometimes, if you notice in some of my foundation reviews, I don't come back at the end of the day and, you know, other products are really glistening and shining through. I'd say for this one, my other products are really still holding true and holding strong on my face, so I do like that. I do like the price point of this. I went back and looked at my Amazon order. I paid $10.98. But again, if you do buy it from stores, buy it anywhere else, it's that $12.99 price point. But you can get it online a little bit cheaper if you have Prime too. You ain't really gonna pay for shipping and anything else. So again, it is kind of affordable. I do like the fact that it does have the pump. Not a lot of drugstore foundations have that, so that's great that it does. And it does have that 1 fluid ounce as well, so it gives you a lot of product for how much comes in here. Also, for me being dry skin, I don't think it's super matte. I don't feel like it's super like drying on my face. Although I can feel it on my face, I don't feel like it's, you know, powdery. Sometimes you try a super matte foundation and it can come off as really powdery on us with dry skin. I think it does have a little bit of a radiance to it, a little bit of radiance shining through in this foundation, so that's something I really do like about this foundation. But overall, do I recommend you buy this? I wouldn't be mad if Maybelline didn't come out with any additional shade range. They don't need this foundation. They have other greater, better foundations on the line with the Fit Me. I do like that Dream Undercover. I do like so many of their other foundations, and I get it. Foundation companies have to come out with new foundations because they have to keep their name relevant and they have to keep people buying their products. I don't think this is a product that people need to go buy. I get what you're trying to do. I think hyaluronic acid is a new buzzword that foundations feel like they have to have. So throwing that on a foundation is what kind of draw people in, and the collagen effect of this too. But I think you can save your money on this. I don't think you need to have this foundation. I don't find it great. I don't feel like I look, you know, beat. I don't feel like I look confident in this foundation at all. Quite honestly, I don't see me wearing this foundation all that much just because not doing it for me. But you guys tell me how you feel about this foundation down below. Have you tried it? Are you thinking about trying it? What is your decision, and have you made your mind up? Are you gonna kind of save your coin as well, maybe buy something else, or are you really still gonna buy this foundation? Let me know down below. Make sure you give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Give it a big thumbs up even if you didn't enjoy it. We want all the love and support over here on this channel. Make sure that you are subscribed to my channel so you don't miss any of the good content that I'm making. Make sure that you have that notification bell on so you can can be alerted anytime I upload a new video. Make sure you're following me on Instagram at Lia Lavon 89 so you can keep up with my shenanigans in real time. And I will see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.
Tell me what you want to know. Me, I no go lose control. Bad man, I feel your flow.